Hi, good morning. Welcome to today's lesson, which is on data security and control, part 2. We already discussed it in part 1, and this is continuation. Your teacher today, I'm Patricia. So in this topic, we are going to cover 3 subtopics. One is computer crimes, 2, detection and protection against computer crimes. Then we shall also see environmental threats to data and information. So what is a computer crime? We have some 2 or 3 definitions. One is a deliberate theft or criminal destruction of computerized data. 2, we can also say it is the use of computer hardware, software, or data for illegal activities. For example, stealing, forgery of documents, and corruption. 3, you can also say it is committing of illegal act using a computer or against a computer system. Types of computer crimes. We have trespass, hacking, taping, cracking, piracy, fraud, sabotage, alteration of data, theft of data, damage of software. So we can begin with trespass. This refers to the illegal physical entry to a restricted places where computer hardware, software, and backed up data is kept. So in short, it's when you gain access by physically going where the data or information or computer devices are kept. So that is trespassing. You can also say it refers to the act of accessing information illegally on a local or a computer over a network. Hacking. It is an attempt to invade the privacy of a computer system, either by tapping messages being transmitted along a public telephone line or by breaking security codes or passwords to gain unauthorized entry to the system data and information files in a computer. Fraud. This is the use of computers to conceal information or cheat other people with the intention of gaining money or information. Sabotage. It is the illegal or malicious destruction of the system, data, information done by employees or other people with grudges with the aim of crippling service delivery of a certain organization. So this usually is done by discontent employees or those sent by competitors to cause harm to the organization. Alteration. It is illegal changing of stored data and information without permission with the aim of gaining or misinforming the authorized users. So usually done by those who wish to hide the truth, and it makes the data irrelevant and unreliable. Theft of data is just stealing of sensitive data or making copies or selling them to outsiders or competitors for a profit. This may lead to leakage of important information that the other competitors may use to know more about the organizations. Things like marketing strategies used, or research information reports, or maybe medical reports. Detection and protection against these computer crimes. So we have 3 measures taken to detect and prevent. We have audit trials, data encryption, log files, and firewalls. Audit trials. This is a careful study of an information system by experts in order to establish all the weaknesses in the system that could lead to security threats. Data encryption. In this, data being transmitted over the network faces some dangers of being tapped, listened to, or copied by unauthorized people. So in such a case, this data is mixed up into a form that is only known by the sender and the receiver. They are the only people who can understand it. So the message is reconstructed from its original message, and it is mixed up, so you cannot understand the meaning, not unless you are the sender or the receiver. Log files. These are special system files that keeps a record of events on the use of the computers and the resources of the information system. So in this, the administrator, the system administrator, assigns everyone a username and a password, what we normally call an account, and in this he is able to track all the activities everyone is doing, whatever you are accessing in the system, when you are doing it, and what they did on which day. Firewall. It's a device or software system that filters the data and information exchanged between different networks by enforcing the access control policy of the host's network. A firewall monitors and controls access to and from protected networks. So the people that is the remote users, the people who do not have permission, cannot access the network, and those within cannot access the sites outside their restriction. So in this, it restricts. These group have to access up to this far, and these outsiders cannot access whatever is in within the organization sites. So that is the work of firewall. It also filters what to be sent across the network. So we have some laws governing protection of information and data, and in this we have several. One is data and information should be kept secure against loss or exposure. So it should not be exposed to the people that they should not see it. Then 2, data and information should not be kept longer than necessary. So after you are done with the purpose that you had kept that data, you should not keep it more. Excuse me. Data and information should be accurate and up to date. So you should avoid giving inaccurate data. Data and information should be collected, used, kept for specified lawful purpose. then the owner of the data has a right to know what data is held by the person. Data should not be transferred to other countries without the owner's permission. Do not collect irrelevant and overlay to data. Now, we can look at environmental threats to computers and information systems. One is fire. This one destroys the data, information, and also software, hardware devices. So what security measures can we use? Use fireproof cabinets. Use lockable metal boxes. Use of backups. Install firefighting equipments. Have some detectors. Train your officers on firefighting. Observe safety procedures like no smoking. Water, floods, and moisture. This causes rusting of metallic components of the computer. So, the measures: set up computer rooms on higher grounds. This is to avoid floods. Avoid installing computer components in the basement. There should be adequate drainage system. Use of waterproof ceiling. Then lightening. Sorry. This causes power failure that may cause damage to data. Security measures: install facilities to control power fluctuations. Excessive heat. This may destroy computer storage devices. Security measures: there should be efficient ventilation systems. Use a cooling system in the computer rooms. Smoke and dusts, you can use dust mats. You can fit computer rooms with special curtains. Cover the devices when you're dusting. You can remove shoes before entering. So that marks the end of our data security and control. Thank you for listening and being my students today.